Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of I Am That Bitch podcast. And you guys have asked, so I forced him. He's here against his will. This is the big brother. This is my big brother, John.
What's up, everybody? How are you?
Thank you for doing this, fucker.
No problem. I'm going to kill you later.
Well, I talk about you all the time. So everybody's like, oh my God, you're having your brother on is going to be fucking hilarious. So you as my brother, I love you. Drive me fucking crazy. But I love you and I wouldn't change anything because, and I said this to you when I came to you one day and you thought I was fucking punking you. I said, thank you for being my brother.
Right.
Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be who I am today.
See that? Wow, eh? I should have threw water on you more often. Remember I soaked you with the water hose on the driveway?
No, I don't remember that. I probably buried that. But there's other things that I remember, like you made our lives exciting, being the bad boy that you were.
I think our restaurant made our life exciting. And that's kind of where the seed got planted with me, I guess.
Is that where it all started?
Well,
not Dawes Road?
Well, both.
Yeah.
Both. You had the bad guys coming in. Hey, you want this? You want that? And they're always great characters. They're always, and Dad loved them. So I loved them.
Dad got along with everybody.
Yeah.
I remember Dad feeding them, like when they would come out of jail and they had no money. He would feed them, like give them like their first meal outside.
Yeah.
Like Dad was so awesome that way, and everybody loved them. They called them Pops.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I forgot to close the door. They called them Pops. We called them Pops.
He was something else. He would give free. He would fill coffee cups up with booze for our special customers at Christmas time too.
Yeah, we went from like working there as children. We were forced to do that because we had immigrant parents, as everybody knows, and we had to do what we had to do.
Right.
But for me, John was Superman.
Yeah, me too.
He was like the strongest man I knew. And I tell this story to everybody. There was one guy that came in to rob Dad. It was me and him. And we had like that, remember that old register where you had to push like the old button? So Dad gave him change for a $10 bill because that's what he gave him. And he goes, I gave you 20. And he went over the register like this to take money out of the drawer. And Dad grabbed his hand. So he grabbed his hand with his right. The left grabbed his fucking neck, picked him up, walked around the counter, opened the door, and we had that light post right there, right? And when he did this, he said to me, "Vule, grab the baseball bat because you guys had baseball bats all underneath." And he opened the door and he fucking threw the guy straight to the light post, like the guy got knocked out.
Yeah. The Jones and Queen push button post.
Yeah. It was crazy back then, but again, I wouldn't change it for the world. You know what I mean? It made us who we are today.
Yeah.
You made me smarter. You made me street smart. That's for sure.
Yeah, but street smart, book stupid.
No, I don't think you're stupid at all. I think you're very intelligent.
I'm joking.
No, I think you're very intelligent. I think, and I think a lot of people that live your lifestyle are very intelligent, and because you're not challenged, that's why you guys do what you do, because it's a challenge. It's exciting.
When money doesn't matter to you.
The shit that fucking, oh my God, when I first met Tony too, I was afraid to tell him that you were my brother because a lot of my guy friends are like, Val, I wouldn't fucking date you. With a brother like yours, I couldn't date you.
I never bothered you with your boyfriends.
Well, I didn't have a ton, but I didn't have a ton because you were my brother. I wasn't known as Val. I was known as Nitzi's little sister. And people knew me that I didn't even know. They'd fucking rat me out when I'd go to a club. You'd be like, where'd you go last night? I'm like, oh, me and Tina just went to the library. You're like, yeah, how was RPM? And I'm like, that was great. Oh, fuck. I was busted all the time with you.
When Dad just got the new truck, I got off at the Scarborough Town Center there, started going south.
Yeah.
And I'm pulling up to the lights, and what I see? Dad's new truck and about 14 heads inside, arms sticking out. And it's huge. You remember that?
I did it all the time, so I don't know remember that specific time.
And you're with Tina and everybody.
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
god.
what are you
That
doing?
sucks.
Don't you remember
Oh,
that?
I don't remember that. The thing that I remember at that intersection, I was going to work because I worked at Club Monaco there at Scarborough Town Center.
Right,
And this chick cut me off and I honked at her. This was when I had my Volkswagen Fox.
right.
And you also had a baseball bat or something underneath the seat, right?
I did?
Always. There was always weapons in the car.
Or maybe my club,
Yeah,
the
it was the
club.
club. It was the club.
the,
And so this chick cuts me off and I was nuts and very confident back then because I was your little sister. I thought, by association I was tough. And this chick gets out of the car and she starts fucking road raging on me. I get out with the club. And she's her eyes like widen. And I remember you telling me, just act fucking crazy, right? So I was like, you get out of the car, you fucking cut me off. And I literally took the bat and I smashed her headlight. And I said, get back in your fucking car before I do worse. And I said, don't you ever fucking do that to anybody again. And I
I
was,
don't think you got that from me. I think you maybe got that from Dan.
no, I think, well, Dad, I don't know,
I
but you
got
guys
it from
made me a
Dad.
tough little girl.
Queen Street was a different story, though.
Yeah, but I wasn't affected by Queen Street that much. I think I was affected by you, like you and your friends. Like I loved your friends. I loved that you were my brother. It made me, it made me who I am today. Like I'm saying it, like it bothered me when I was younger because
You know,
fuck, I was.
you're talking like I'm somebody, but I'm not.
You're not what? Like I'm talking like what?
Like you're speaking so vaguely. We're never going to edit this, probably.
No, I'm not gonna edit it. No, but it's the way I feel. Look, you drive me fucking crazy, right? But I'm not.
You drive me crazy too,
I know
but we're
it's
brother and sister.
my job,
That's
but
it.
it's. I think, but I like who I am because you made me the way you make me think. Like even I'll use an example. Like you always say, "Vule, watch your six," right? We were in Vegas. You taught me how to look at people in a different way.
Yeah.
So we went to Vegas and we went to the old part, Fremont Street or whatever
Right.
it's called.
Never
And
been.
I did not feel comfortable there at all, John. Like it was like walking into the devil's fucking playground. My gut, I felt sick. I
Really?
was like, I didn't trust anything. So I said to Tony, I got to get my back against the wall, like something, because I don't need somebody behind me trying to rob me.
Yeah.
So we go in the middle of the walkway. There's like these triangle like billboards that are just
Yeah.
standing
Yeah.
up.
Advertising. Yeah.
So I said, Tony, we put our backs against the wall, and I said, now watch people. So we started watching, and you could see who the scammers were.
Immediately.
Watch people, because the people aren't fucking paying attention.
They're too.
And
They're
that
too in awe of all the lights and all the excitement.
Well, yeah, there was people doing contortion shit,
Yeah.
and I said, Vula, grab your bag. I'm fine, because we went with Vula and Victoria. And I said, guys, you got to watch around you. Make sure you know what I'm. And even Victoria's like, okay, I don't feel safe here, Auntie Val. Let's go. And Vula's like, no, we're fine. I'm like, Vula, we're getting off this fucking street. We're going back to the main strip. And there's scammers there too, but there was just something about Fremont, and that's the way you make me look at things.
You have
That's
to
the way
look
you
at it.
taught me.
Like when you pull up to a light, you have to be wary that the guy behind you might crash into you.
Yeah.
So keep a distance from the car in front of you.
Yeah,
So
you taught me
and
that
say
too.
that you can go left or right.
Well, you did that for other reasons to chase
For
when
cops
you were
chasing me,
getting
but
chased.
but still, you know how many
So
times I
he
almost
taught
got
me that.
rear-ended?
Yeah.
Like enough times.
Yeah. It's I want to tell the story. Remember the time that's the last time I had the Camaro. You gave me the Camaro
The gold
and then
one?
you took the Berlinetta.
Okay.
And you took it that night. That was a bad night
Oh, on Halloween.
on Halloween, right? And you
I
did
said
a
I'd be
car
back in
chase
10
all over
minutes.
huh?
I told you I got to go get money, but 10 minutes, I'll be right back.
Yeah, hours later, then you're in
I was
jail.
going to Spadina and King.
Yeah, so you were in a car chase. You went the wrong way on the QEW. So anyways, I had to go and look at the car and get my shit because it was confiscated.
I got arrested for that, so you can talk about
Yeah. So,
it.
You were in a car chase. The car was fucking smashed up. I
in
think there was
front of
bullet holes. Were they
the
shooting at you
Princess
that
Gates
time?
at the exhibition. They spun me around like I was like a pinball for about 5 minutes, and all of a sudden there was an opening. Moses parted the cars.
Yeah, but the cars, the whole car was damaged, like right along, like the front, the whole sides.
I didn't have a
And
chance to see it because when I parked it, I got out and I ran from that car.
and did they shoot you that they were shooting at you? Because I think there was bullet holes in the car.
I didn't hear any shots, but I
I'm
don't.
pretty sure there was.
No, I don't. I don't think so. But it could have been because there was a lot of banging going on. But
Yeah,
I
so
took
I
off.
had to go.
I went across Lakeshore. I went up on the Queensway, and instead of going up the DVP, I got off at Leslie, and I got right there at Leslie, and I did the cloverleaf there, and I looked up on the QEW, and I seen them all keep going to the beaches, to the Woodbine.
Then how did you get fucking busted?
I parked it at Dawes Road and at behind Dawes Pizza, and I jumped in a cab to try to get home before they I was going to report it stolen.
I reported it stolen already.
Right, and when I pulled up in the cab to the road here, a cruiser was coming out of our street, and it seen a Toronto cab, and automatically chased me, and I got out of the cab and took off on foot. I went down to that street over there, and there's this young kid there. I gave him $100 to take me over to my buddy's house by Port Union there.
Oh my God.
But they knew it was me. So
Yeah, it was. I had to go identify the car or whatever, or claim the car.
yeah.
And the cop said to me, he was one of the cops that were in the chase with you. He says, "Your fucking brother is nuts." The way he was driving, he goes, he got you because you got away from them a couple times that night. And he was shocked that you even got busted because you got away from them a couple times.
Yeah, that was I don't want to say where I got busted. I'm embarrassed about where I got busted.
No, it doesn't matter where you got busted, but you got busted.
Yeah,
I remember one time you called me, you were hiding in a ceiling.
I got busted for that too.
I know. You call me and you're like, Wule, you have to go and get my stuff out of the room because you were in a hotel. You have to go get this stuff. I'm in a ceiling.
Oh, that's a different time. I got the canine caught me.
The canine caught
And
you. Yeah.
Yeah, went and got my stuff. You
Yeah.
gotta bleep that name.
Okay.
You have
Yeah. I could, don't worry. I'll take the names out. And yeah. And then I was afraid. That's why I was afraid to tell Tony, because I thought that he's going to go fucking running for the hills. Who's going to want to be with me when I have a brother like you?
everybody because they love me.
No, because all my guy friends are like, I'd never fucking want to be with you. Your family's nuts.
Steve was pretty nuts too.
Steve was nuts, but not as bad as you.
He was pretty bad when he was up to 15. He was one tough kid. And at hockey, he was pretty crazy, Steve. He was like Superman to me.
No, Steve, I only worked with Steve. Like our relationship was like
Work.
And then as I got older, we started hanging out together and it was cool or whatever. But he would tell everybody I'm the best waitress that he's ever worked with.
I remember him saying that. Yeah. I do remember him saying that.
Thanks, bro. Because I'm the champ.
At the time, I didn't want nothing to do with that restaurant, but I wish I kept it. We should have kept it.
I don't know. The restaurant's a fucking hard business, though, John. Like I see it, and especially now with all the
$1,000 a week, guaranteed, and you could have put anyone in there to cook.
Maybe back then, but now it's not.
Yeah,
easy.
not now. But
all my friends that have restaurants are like fucking like you can't get help.
Beer and wine license we had, and that was our bread and butter. $1.98 for a beer, and we got 2 cents tip. No,
I used to get more tip.
It was, wasn't it?
So Paradise Riders being on Eastern, right behind us, right?
Yeah.
So the two guys, can I say they're probably dead now?
No.
Oh, but they didn't do anything bad. Okay, so these two guys, they were my favorite. And breakfast was like $2.25 or $2.95, and they would tip me. They would give me $20 and say, "Keep the change, kid." And I was like, "Wow, I'm gonna marry a biker one day. They're so rich."
Rich and stinky.
Yeah, they were stinky. But the one I got to, the skinny one. You know who I'm going to talk about, right?
Yeah, I know, the mechanic.
Was he a mechanic?
Yeah, he owned the
I didn't know anything. But anyway, so you know how we used to cruise up and down Yonge Street as Geno's, right? With the windows down, the Geno Beats playing, whatever. So I fucked up and I got off Yonge Street and I was facing east on a side street trying to make a left to go north on Yonge Street, and it's bumper to bumper both ways. Nobody's letting you out. And just randomly, all I hear is like all these fucking Harleys. And I was just going to say his name. He pulls up and I look over and he goes, "Hey, kid, what are you doing?" And I said, he always called me kid. I said, "I'm trying to make a left." And he's like, "What are you, fucking retarded?" He's like, "No one's going to," he goes, "When I move," he goes, "Guys, surround the car." It was the fucking coolest chick on Yonge Street that night. He goes, "Surround the car. When we move, you move." I'm like, okay. So I was escorted by Paradise off the side street onto Yonge Street. Oh my God. I was like so popular.
Yes. When you were a kid, for sure. That must have been on Young Street.
Yeah. That's like, it was just the stories that we had. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's not
You
the
know,
same anymore, but what are you going to do?
we're old now.
We're old now. No, but I mean, even the area, nothing's the same
No,
anymore.
none of it. No, no, no. When I went down there, remember I sent you that video? I'm like, look at our
Don't get me
fucking
started.
neighborhood. I know. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole.
Don't get me started.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But East York was the best place to grow up for us, I think.
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved it.
It was beautiful. George Webster Park there, the
Yeah.
hockey rink.
Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I loved our neighborhood, our friends. Mom and dad had the best friends.
Yeah. So
You
did
know what I
we.
mean? Yeah.
So did we. We had a multicultural neighborhood. It
Yeah.
wasn't,
It wasn't that multi. It was very European with a
no, you had
few,
everything. You had Chinese, you had Greek,
not a
Italian,
ton.
India, Pakistan. You had everybody there. German, Polish. We had everybody there.
Yeah.
Japanese.
But like
Now
across
it's
the street from us, we had the shack,
the
the
hockey rink
ice
was sick.
rink. Like it was awesome.
Yeah, that was amazing to have Dad tie my skates when I was a kid and tiptoe across the street onto the grass and then right
Uh,
into the rink. It was right
yeah,
there.
it was great. It was great.
Should have
It
been
was
in the
such a good
NHL
time.
with that there, but
Well, Steve was Steve was really good at hockey, wasn't he?
yeah, but back then it wasn't so established really. We
Mm.
didn't know what to do, how to go, where to go.
Well, we had no money.
Well, we
Mom
didn't
and
know
dad
where to
took.
play or anything like that, right?
Were
Now,
you?
now, now it's established. You go to the GTHL.
Yeah.
It's called the.
Now I think it's like a whole political bullshit thing.
Oh, it's terrible.
What were you there the day Dad got into a fight with the guy with the bell? The other team's father, one of the fathers had a bell, and whenever our
I was at
guys,
every game.
no, well, no, this was a particular one. So was it Steve and Jim both played for East York Bulldogs?
Yeah,
So we were at the rink at what's that called? The East York Arena.
East York Arena.
Okay, I don't know if it's still called that, but so we were there, I think, and this guy every time we had like a getaway kind of thing. I'm not using the right words. Like we
Power
had
play?
a what?
A power play?
A power play or a getaway, like we're
A
going for the
breakaway?
net. He would start fucking ringing the bell. And Dad, you see, and Mom was like, Lazo, stop. Lazo, calm down. Lazo, stop. Right? And then Steve came to the guy, to the boards. His leg goes over to come across. Dad's lunging for the fucking guy. And he's like, you ring that fucking bell one more time. Dad says, I'm going to shove it up your ass. And Steve jumps over. Jim jumps over, the whole team. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that happened a lot of times, but that happens
Well,
at
that's
hockey.
the one time that I was there.
Parents
And
are
then the
crazy.
whole team, so we go out to the lobby and Dad starts going. They hear Dad. The whole hockey team came running out to stop Dad.
He was going to kill the ref that time.
I thought it was the
He
father
gave
with the
Steve the
bell.
penalty, and he's going to kill the ref, and nobody could stop him. Down in the change room area.
Oh, I wouldn't change a fucking thing.
He
Like
was crazy back then.
oh, Dad was the best. I wish Tony met Dad.
They
Like,
loved him. Every father loved Dad there.
yeah, yeah, he was a beast. He was a fucking beast.
He was.
It was good times. But yeah, no, so I had you on. Everybody was excited. I'm like, I'm gonna have my brother on. Watch, they're gonna I think you should tell some of your stories. Because
Maybe another time.
I think you have great stories. I think you should write a fucking book, actually. And based on a true story, it could be fictional, like change it up a little bit because the stories that you have are crazy.
I got a couple of friends that, not close friends or anything, but some guys that I know that wrote books, and they're pretty good books, man. But
Well, I think you should do that. I think we should get you like a writer or something.
they've
And
had more of a bigger history than mine, though.
it doesn't matter. Everybody's history is history. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Because you have shit on movie sets you went to.
Yeah.
You have yeah, there's just I'll just keep it at that. Like you have shit. And they're good stories.
I got a lot of shit.
I remember so one of your friends came to my wedding. Can I say his name?
No,
Why?
because I don't want him.
Okay,
Just
so
don't.
he said to me, he went up to Tony and he's like, he threatened Tony. He's like, you fuck with Val, you got more than John just to deal with.
That's a good buddy.
Well, I don't know if you call him a good buddy anymore.
Yeah, he's still a good buddy.
Is he? Okay. So Tony's like, like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, you're not gonna. You're
All
fine.
my other buddies are dead. There's only a couple left, so you got to keep what you have.
Well, as a little girl,
I don't judge.
I thought you had like such good looking friends. Like, oh my God, there was two. One reminded me of you. You guys look like brothers, but I was like, okay, no, but you know which one I had a major crush on.
Yeah, I don't talk about him.
Yeah, no. And I was walking up Chapman. He was at the corner house there, you know whose house. And
yeah.
He's looking at me and he's going to him, who's that? Who's that? And the guy with the long curly hair says, don't ask who she is. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. And I could hear them. And he's like, tell me who she is. And he goes, that's Nitzi's little sister. And you just hear him go, oh. Mom's mate got a phone call.
My mom's in the background. It's okay.
Yeah.
Say hi to my mom, everyone.
Go to the house. Hi, Mom. Say hi. Okay, she's in her pajamas still.
She's in her pajamas. No, we're recording a TV show.
No, podcast. Hi, Ma.
Hi.
Podcast.
What are you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm interviewing your son.
Oh, good.
She's being so good listening to bad stories and not getting mad.
Are you coming for dinner tonight?
Why, are you having us over for dinner?
I make souvlaki and chicken.
Again?
Yeah, I have lots of meat.
Okay. Okay, what else are you making?
Rice?
Lemon potatoes in the oven?
You make whatever you want. You know that.
Potatoes I can make.
Okay.
It's crazy. I don't eat none of it. People cook like crazy, and I don't eat none of it for some reason. I don't.
Okay, we'll come probably.
Okay.
We'll come. All right.
Say
okay,
bye,
stop moving
Mom.
the phone. Okay, bye, Mom.
The best mother in the world, by the way, people.
She is the best mother. She has been through hell and back.
Yeah, she went through a lot.
Oh, yeah. She would have been 180 if I wasn't bad, Roulette. She's going to be 120.
God, the shit you put us through.
Yeah.
But it is what it is now. You're good, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
You gave us a beautiful nephew who drives me nuts too.
Who drives me crazy too. But he's finally got his thing together, and he's doing great.
He's doing great. Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you for coming on. I know you did not want to do this.
I didn't want to do this.
But it wasn't that bad, was it?
We'll see after when I watch it.
No, you're good. You're good. So thank you for coming on. I never like
my voice when I hear it, even if I sang, and I never liked how I look on the picture.
Oh, you're fine.
That's why you don't see any pictures on Facebook.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry.
All right.
All right. Thank you for coming on.
I love you.
Thank you for watching it. I love you too. Thank you for watching. Wait, let me do my thing.
You've always been that bitch.
Yes. I remember you were like, you're that fucking bitch. I'm like, I know. No, you don't understand. You're that bitch. And I'm like, I know.
That's right.
So it's very fitting. Thank you very much.
And everyone's going to know soon.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, and make a comment. Ask them any questions, and I'll get them to respond eventually.
Love you, Vule.
Okay. Love you too. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Hang on.